Hello, my name is Luis Enriquez, and today I'll be giving a PowerPoint presentation on the career and life of William Shakespeare. By me. Just a disclaimer, though, my computer. I'm a poor college student with a horrible computer that does not have the recording capabilities for me to do like how you want it. I'm really sorry about that. So this is how I'm improvising, which is to airplay the slides right here on my TV. But I'll try my best. That's all I could do. So let's just begin. So this is a PowerPoint on the career and life of William Shakespeare by me, Luis Enriquez. So let's start with a short biography about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born on April 23, 1564 in the city of Stafford upon Avon, and to a father of a glove maker. He was born into a well-off family, but eventually his father falls off due to him trading wool or selling wool, and at that time you need to have a license to sell wool. Don't ask me, that's kind of weird. I don't know why, but yeah. So eventually, Shakespeare's father gets caught, and has to pay these numerous debts. I mean, not debts, fees for his illegal activities, which causes him not to be able to pay for William Shakespeare's schooling, which causes William Shakespeare to drop out at the age of 13. So England's most famous playwright drops out of school from the age of 13. Yeah, still becomes famous. I mean, a famous playwright. It's probably why people think my guy did not write some of his plays. That's just a conspiracy theory. Who knows? Anyways, so later on in life, Shakespeare turns 18 and he commits an oopsie by getting a woman pregnant. A 26-year-old woman, by the way. So in that time, it was probably considered taboo. I mean, probably bad, because if you're 26 years old and you're a woman, you're still not married, there's probably something wrong with you. Maybe you're a witch. That was a belief back in the day. So anyways, Shakespeare marries this woman and he has a beautiful daughter, I think. Who knows? So, I mean, about the beautiful part, but he does marry and his daughter is born. And then, so the next slide will be his biography continued. In his middle years, from 18 to and up, we don't know what really happens. This is referred to as the lost years by history theater nerds. So all we know is that he eventually moves to London. Some speculate for him to become a soldier or something, or like he was a soldier, but we don't know. But anyway, so he moves to England and he works for this company called what was it called? Oh, by the way, this is the title slide. And this is the next one where I'm gonna be reading right now. He starts working for a company called Lord's Chamberlain's Man, where he starts as an actor. But as he works in that company, he also submits or writes his own scripts so they can be acted also. Eventually, his scripts become so good that the company decides to act all his plays, which leads to his name become famous, and he finally reaches fame, so famous that even people from the noble family go watch his plays. And eventually the company, I think, changes their name to the King's Man later as it goes. By the age of 33, he's made a name of himself that he makes enough money to buy his own house, and so he no longer has to live with his father. He will continue to write until his death in the year 1616 at the age of 52. So that's a short biography on his life. Now let's go to some of his famous plays. So that will be one of my favorite plays will be Hamlet, which was written in 1599 or 1601, which is a play of betrayal, deception, and conspiracy, as well as ambiguous. I mean, not ambiguous. I like it how it questions the human morality. Through the play, Hamlet is struck into like a pendulum swing by action or thought, and this causes a lot of tragedy to unfold because he's unable to decide what to do until it's too late, and everyone who he holds dear dies in his arms. At the end, just like I just said, this Shakespearean play ends in tragedy due to Hamlet not being able to decide. So a next play that I enjoy from Shakespeare is his last one, which is called the Tempest, which is his final play before he dies. The play follows Prospero with his daughter, with his daughter. He's like a sorcerer who has like control of the weather or whatever, and he vows to get revenge on those who has done wrong to him. But as he goes through, he eventually learns from his mistakes and forgives his enemies. It's kind of almost like, it's almost in a sense an eulogy written by Shakespeare himself. There's actually one line I love from that play, which is, "Our roves now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with sleep." It's like basically saying, you know, we've lived our life, but we must sleep, which is to die. And then we got to our next play, which is our next slide, the influence Shakespearean's play. One influence I can draw from is Batman, the comic book hero, who follows the archetype of the tragic hero, similar to Hamlet. Both Hamlet and Batman come from a noble family and end in have a tragic flaw. Batman's tragic flaw is his moral code to not kill, and because of that moral code, the Joker, his nemesis or his enemy or villain, is able to do as he wishes because he knows at the end of the day he's not gonna die, and because of that he corrupts Harvey Dent. Makes him into Two-Face, the White Knight, and he kills Rachel Dawes, Batman's love of life. Hamlet, just like Batman, has a tragic flaw, which is his undecisiveness to act, which leads to a lot of people to die. So that's one influence that I've drawn from Shakespeare's play into media today, or work of art. And then we go to the conclusion, which is, to sum it up, William Shakespeare has left an imprint in our world that will last for eons, for his work has been read on and shared across the globe. As long as we continue to read his plays, we as a society will continue to work on or I guess be inspired by his work. So and then that's like I don't know if I showed you the other one. So that's the Batman resemblance. That's the Tempest. And then we have the end, which looks cricket, but the works cited. So thank you. It was an honor to have you as a professor. I learned a lot about plays. I kind of already knew a lot about Shakespeare, but I learned more. You're pretty cool. Thank you.